the circuit, turn 4. Here's the bumps.
4 green tyres, a little step out. It just locked the rear wheels as he first put his foot on the brake over that first bump. It's very aggressive, very sideways on the way in there. He got away with it, but that's got a very pointy, very aggressive front setup at the moment, but he gets away with it. That's the fastest first sector.
He's gone quicker than his teammate. His teammate Whincup was the fastest in the first sector prior to that number that's been achieved. Let's see what he's got when we make the run down here to turn 8. Beautiful. Breezes it up against the wall. Second timing intermediate coming up. He's just a whisker slower than James Courtney in the mid-sector. This is going to challenge for the Armour All pole. Up to turn 11. We're in the final sector now. 3 corners remain. Conservative exit out of 11. Not up against the wall. How deep does he throw it over the top of the curb and land it here? He's got it square. It just locks the brake a little. Tucks it down. Van Gisbergen is going to be very close. Holden fans are going to enjoy this one. It will be super close. Van Gisbergen gets the job done. He's the only driver in the 19s. He picks up where he left off in 2017. That's a lap.
That is a remarkable lap. 19.83. He smashed the field by over 0.4 of a second. What a lap. That is unbelievable. Every little bit of road, so aggressive, on the verge of going off everywhere. That's as good as it gets.
The run out of 11, in behind the pit, over the top of 13, the way that it landed, all the road that he used, you could see it, and it's reflected in the numbers because he's done the fastest third and first sectors. What a great lap from Shane Van Gisbergen, and he did this last year. We know his street circuit form is extraordinary, so congratulations to him. What a great performance, and what reward for the incredible work. 18-month project to bring this brand new Commodore to life. Remember, he was on the podium when we left the championship last year in Newcastle, so he moves his pole tally career-wise on to 20. There's a guy sitting on 25 wins, and he's our reigning Adelaide 500 champion. Here's the replay of some of the action out there. That was a beautiful lap. What a study of great motor racing that was. 110% commitment, no mistakes.
They're hard laps to do when you've got that level of commitment and that level of aggression to get the car to the corner. He's always flamboyant. When he turned it into turn 4, the rear wheels were locked, he got it in. When he got into turn 5, he looked like he might have spun on the entry to the corner. And this one here, the reaction when he went across the line, look at that. If that doesn't tell you that this really means something in this game and that level of effort is being rewarded, that's exactly it.
Car 97, a message from race control. Mark is under investigation for exceeding track limits at turn 7. There's a question mark around this at the moment. That's a big one. Now, when you stop and consider his qualifying number of a 1 minute 20.2467, contrast that to the time that was just achieved in the shootout. But look at the bottom left-hand corner of screen. There's an issue to be clearly analysed here in race control.
He did use a lot of road on the way out of there, but so have a lot of the other guys. They jump over that exit curb.
But it doesn't detract from the commitment in the lap and in the first and third sectors. So the second sector is the area that's under investigation.
Yeah.
Which wasn't the fastest, but the first and third sectors were brilliant, and that was an awesome lap. Roland Dane, team owner. Those guys have just sweated bullets in the last 3 months to get this car out there and ready, and then turn one around last night and supply a very large chunk of the field. So Shane Van Gisbergen picking up where he left off in 2017. Remember, it was a couple of poles and a couple of wins and a flawless run for him. He's fitter this year than at the same point last year. He's pulled a little bit of weight off in his pre-season training. It's a grin from ear to ear. Let's have a look at this in greater detail. So that was the exit at turn 7.
That's the warm-up lap. That's not the proper lap. So they're looking at Grant McPherson there, just talking to him about it. But it was, in terms of his attitude to those laps, we talk about his flamboyance as Jessica Dane there, Roland's daughter, giving him a well-deserved cuddle for what was a fantastic lap. But we talk about it a lot. He's very flamboyant. He's great to watch when he's at his best, isn't he? When he
so here is turn 7.
So there's a yellow line.
Well, that's the bit that they'll be looking at. But It's actually not so much the corner itself. It's further down the road.
It's in a straight line.
Yeah, so this is exit turn 6. This is the join into 7. So here's the view from the rear. So everyone straddles the curb. Seen that all weekend. And then on top of the line, but further down the road, he is to the left of the line. But you got any thoughts on this?
Well, for me, there's no performance gain at all in driving out there. So the net gain of that, I don't think there's anything in. And he wasn't the fastest car in that sector.